Hi, my name is Conrad, and in this video we'll make a simple journaling program in Windows that automatically creates and organizes files depending on the date. Now, in Windows, when you use the date command in the CMD shell, you get a format like this. 3 letters for the day, so mun, wed, fry, something like that, followed by the month, /, the day, another /, and then the year. So first, what we need to do is extract the year, month, and day from this string. And we'll do it like this. Set year equal date, and then a colon, and then a tilde. It's the wavy line in the top left corner by the 1 key if you're not familiar with it. Now the year, if we start at the beginning, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters in. So we'll type in 10, and we want the 4 characters after it. And then we'll end that variable with a % sign. It's very important that you have that on both sides of your variable, otherwise your program will mess up. Now for the month, we do much the same thing, but 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we only need 2 characters. And then the day is starting at the 7th character. And again, only 2 characters in the day. Next, we need to decide the name of the month based on this month variable that we've just extracted. To do this, we can use a series of if statements. If month, and we remember those % signs, is equal to 0, 1, we use 2 equal signs instead of 1 so that we can get a true or false value. Set month name equal to January. Now, to organize this a little better, I'm going to start it with a 1. That way the folders will sort alphabetically with January at the top, followed by February, March, and so on. It's also very important that you remember to put quotation marks around it. That's what tells this program that you want it to take all of that text. Next, we'll just repeat that for all the months. So I'm just going to copy and paste it right there. If the month is 2, set it to February. If it's 6, set it to June. If it's 9, set it to September. The important thing is that after this big block of code, it will know what the name of the month is. Now, the second to last step before we can open this journal entry, we need to make sure that the directory exists. Now, the way we're going to structure this is to have the year, say 2017, and then in there the month. Today is the 10th of May, so would be this, and then the day, and today is the 10th, so it would be 10th.text. So first, we need to make sure that the 2017 folder exists. So we'll start by saying if not exist, because we're only going to create the folder if it doesn't already exist, year, remembering those % signs, make dir year. The make dir command will create a folder in Windows. Next, we need to make sure that in that year folder is a month folder. So if not exist, year \month, then we'll do it again. We will make that directory, and I will copy and paste that so I don't make any mistakes. Last, and this step is a little different, we need to make the day. And since this is a file, we'll use slightly different syntax. If not exist, I'll paste that from earlier, year, month, day, .text. Now this next part is a little strange. Break, right bracket, that's the shift period button if you're having trouble finding that on your keyboard. Year, month, day, .text. And last but not least, start, year, month, day, .text. Then we will tell the program to exit, but it won't exit the journal entry that you open. It will only exit the shell that's running this program. Now real quick, I'll go and get rid of all of these unnecessary bits and pieces of the code. Now let's see what it looks like. First, let's save this. We need to do this as a batch file. So on Notepad++, you can see bat, cmd, nt, but in something like Notepad, we'll call this journal, you would just end it by typing .bat and then saving. And there it is. There is our runnable file. Let's see if this worked. Uh-oh. What went wrong here? Window cannot find... Ah, I see. When we set the day, we forgot to add this tilde. So it had a problem. But it did still manage to create the folder, and it created the directory, but it used the day or the number instead of the month name. And if we go back over to our code, we can see why that happened. We used month instead of month name. So real quickly, I'm going to go through and change that to month name. And then save. We've corrected our error, and now this should run just fine. And there we have it. You can see that it's called 10.text, and if you wanted to customize it further, you could add, say, the day. Since today is Wednesday, then you could add whatever it is you want. Say, set day of week. Now remember, the day is the first 3 characters. So we would do date, :, 0, 3. Then we would call it, say, day, and I'll put an underscore, since I don't want to have to put a space in there. It's a little messy. Day, whoops. Day of week. Remembering that percent sign. Now if we go through this folder, we can see it's made the directory each time. It's made our day text file. But if I run it again, it's now made it with that new name. And you can customize the name and even the directory a lot more. But the important thing is that this makes it a lot easier for older people who journal a lot on their computer, or if you're younger and you like to save time with fancy programs like this, then this should be right up your alley. Just to show off a little bit more what this program can do, I'll type in some words and then save that. Then I'll run this journal program one more time. And you can see it doesn't create a brand new file. It opens the one that you are already using. So you can come back to it throughout the day without worrying about overwriting your previous progress. Anyway, I hope you've learned a lot from this video, and now you should be equipped to make your very own journal program. See you next time.